This is where you realize number one, you're either a winner or a loser. Look, I 50x my income when I changed my life. I'm doing better than everyone else I know. No, I'm not even joking.
Hello. What's up, people? What is this? Oh no. I have like one little curly runaway. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Oh my god. I just realized I forgot my sparkling water canned beverage. What are we gonna do? We're gonna text Pablo to bring us a little tasty something. How's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments. I was filming TikToks, so I just realized I was still wearing my mic. If you're not following me on TikTok, what are you doing? I've been posting like 3 to 4 TikToks a day for the last week. Oh my god, I need to get a life. Hello, welcome, Aaron. What's up, baby? How you doing? Nobody asked, but I'm doing okay. Aaron says, I'm also without a beverage, and I am sad about it. Okay, I'm texting Pablo right now. Hello. Please bring me canned water. It's really warm in here. I have the fan blowing directly at me, so if there's like a weird sound in the mic, I do apologize. But it's so sunny all of a sudden, and then the room got so hot, and here we are. I'm addicted to cherry Coke. Thank you, sir. And we're back, baby. Today's beverage of choice. We're back on our President's Choice branded sparkling water. This one is pomegranate blueberry. It's okay. It was either this or clementine, and I don't think I would like that, so. Delicious. Okay. Kat says, I'm eating. We'll interact later. No worries. Cherry Coke is good. A close second to Dr. Pepper. I really like, I'm pretty sure all of you are in the US, but here in Canada, we have like a vanilla cherry flavored sparkling water. So it's like vanilla cherry Coke, but it's sparkling water. It's really good. Delicious. You could have manifested the sparkling water. In fact, that's what I did. So you guys saw it here first. Real life manifestation, and actually that's what we're going to be looking at today. So today's subject of discussion, if you will, was sent via the scam reaction form, just like most of the content on this channel. And anyway, we're going to take a look at this woman. So she has like a YouTube channel, which is what we're primarily going to be looking at. I'm not sure if this is going to take the full 2 hours because each YouTube video is only like 10 minutes, but we'll see. I can't hear anything, which is weird. Thank you so much. Pablo just donated 5 memberships. He says, I was about to reopen the can, but I'm glad I didn't. Yes, you got to save the crack for the rest of the class. Thank you. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so Monica received a gifted membership. Hello. Hamburgers, Mr. Green Crab, Sweet Goth, and Savvy all received memberships. And to that, I will say this.
Now you are one of us. One of us. One of us.
Welcome to the cult. I mean, channel membership. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Pablo, for the donation of 5 memberships. Kat, it is President's Choice branded sparkling water. So they like did a rebrand recently, and all of the cases. So you can buy like the blue menu version or the straight up President's Choice ones. Each flavor is like a different colored box. And so I think it's the pink box is vanilla cherry cola flavored sparkling water, but it's President's Choice branded. And it's delicious. The cream soda one is, or not cream soda. They have like an orange soda flavored one. It's really good too. Suzanne says, cult. Sounds like I got here just in time. You would know because you're in the upper echelon, top tier level of the Danielle Ryan cult. So welcome. Happy to have you here. As I was saying, we are going to be looking at this lady. I don't know who she is, but someone sent her to me and said, you need to look at this. And if there's one thing you need to know about me, it's that I'm highly susceptible to peer pressure. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I thought we would start on her website so you can kind of get a feel for the vibe. Also, this website is like, if you're a graphic designer, brace yourself. It's bad. But we're going to take a look at that. We're going to watch some of her YouTube videos. Like I was saying, I don't know that this is going to take the full 2 hours. So if there's anything else you guys want to do, let me know. I'm just a dancing monkey and I'll do whatever you tell me to do. So let me know. Just getting my notepad ready and I will switch my screen so you can see what I see. And this is it. This is the lady. This is the thing. This is her website. And it's really badly designed, so I do apologize. Yeah, appreciate the trigger warning on the design. Font, horrible. Graphics, very not good. So this is it. When you go to her website, this is the landing page. So first of all, I'm like, what is this that I'm looking at? This woman refers to like her corner of the internet, if you will, as the mermaid gang. I don't really understand the lore. Honestly, I found this in my inbox, or on that form that I have like 30 minutes ago. So I have not, full disclosure, had any time to look at this. My understanding is she's part of the law of assumption community. So like believing you can control your reality with your thoughts. And if you're new here, I do not subscribe to the concept of manifestation. So hopefully that provides a little bit of context in terms of where I'm coming from. So right on her homepage, you can see that you can buy a bunch of stuff. I don't really know what any of this stuff is because there's nowhere on this landing page telling me what it is I'm even looking at, but it looks like you can buy 5 emails or 3 emails. I don't know if that means you get to email her. Like, I don't know. I guess we can click on it and see. 5 emails exchanged. Okay, so you pay $500 and you have the opportunity to send 5 emails to this woman, and I guess she will reply to you 5 times. And so my understanding is she's going to help you manifest all the stuff you want. So maybe, does she have an about page that tells me, like maybe, no, I can just buy coaching, manifest for me. She has like a membership, but nothing is really telling me like who she is and why I should give her my money. So I find that really interesting. If you're a business owner, even if you have like a product-based business, have an about page that explains what your business is, who you are. If you're an individual service provider, give me a little context because already, okay, here we go. All it says is founder of the ever-growing, ever-powerful, and ever-inspiring Mermaid Gang. This will be the new official way to purchase VIP services as well as one-on-one coaching and plans provided. Okay. So that's literally it. It doesn't give me any other information. So I'm a little bit confused. Aaron's saying, should I start charging people to email me? Honestly, maybe we all should, since you don't even have to explain who you are or why people should email you. So that being said, I'll be opening up a new $500 tier here on the YouTube channel where you can send me 5 emails and I might reply for $500. That's a joke. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm choking on air, guys. This fan. Okay. Oh my God, you guys, your comments are killing me. Suzanne says, I email for free. You need to raise your prices, girl. What are you doing? So much wasted potential. Okay, so that didn't really help us with any context in terms of what we're about to get into, but I guess we can just jump right in. So the link that was shared with me was to this YouTube channel. And basically again, doesn't really give us any information. It just says Sammy's Mermaid Gang virtual coaching. This is where you can suspend, or you come to suspend your disbelief. So I'm really confused. Like, where am I supposed to learn who this woman is? Beats me. But let's go ahead and just jump into like one of these videos, I guess. So I was thinking we would start with this one here on the right that says manifest anything you want. Manifesting anything you want is so easy. Stop making it hard. Or we could look at manifesting money is so easy. Or we'll just do both. I think we'll just do both because we've got time. So let's just click on it and see what's going on here.
What's up, guys?
Let me know how the sound quality is. Very spooky setup. Like, I'm kind of digging this vibe. I really am into it, but very spooky. The like dolls in the background. Whoops. Like, what is that? This is like out of a horror movie. Ah, I hate that. Okay. Anyway, I digress.
We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we're the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come suspend your disbelief. I am your favorite manifestation coach and your favorite YouTuber. So, if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever's between you and your manifestation, go ahead and sign up for coaching with me below. I think it's still on sale. I have a couple left. Oh, also, I just did the Q&A video. If you sign up for my membership and on YouTube, if you join my membership on YouTube and you do the besties tier, every month I do a video Q&A. So I make a post. You guys get to ask me questions and I answer them in a video. It's usually a pretty long video. Just answering as many questions as I can. And yeah.
I'm going to speed her up. I can't stand the pausing between every word, letting you know that I'm thinking while I'm talking.
Yeah. But if you just get the regular Sammy's Friends tier, then you still get to do the challenges with us. And we are currently halfway through a Ask Information challenge. So if you'd like to...
Oh, thank you, Marie. Marie sent I'm so sorry. 27. I gotta Google this. I am very ignorant, an ignorant North American. It's like you've never even heard of that because it's so unusual. Swedish krona. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Marie says, paying for the DMs I sent you earlier this week. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that is right in line with Erin's comment up here where she said, where did it go? I lost it. She said something about paying to be able to DM me on TikTok. I don't answer my TikTok DMs. So if you want me to answer you, you actually have to pay me $500 and then I will answer you. So make sure you keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Lupita. I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming and spending your time with us and all of the other cult members. Okay, I'll let this lady keep talking.
To join, there's still time. You can join. I think I have it linked in my description, or you should see a join button on my channel. I was scrolling through a post I made recently asking for something to film because I don't know what the hell is trendy right now. As you guys know, I don't watch manifestation content. The most manifestation content I see is whatever Hyler posts on her story because we follow each other and that's about it. If Hyler's not talking about it, I don't know what the hell is going on in the manifestation community. That's why I ask you guys, what is going on? What do you want me to talk about? Is there anything you want me to debunk? And if there is, you can let me know in the comments. But
This lady is me. This is literally how I feel about coaching content. I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but if you guys want to send it to me, I'll tell you what I think about it. I'm just kidding. Me and this woman are not the same. I'm not here to sell you a course.
Scrolling, I saw someone say manifestation or manifesting made easier for dummies type of video. Wavering, what to do, what not to do, tips, tricks, how to find what works for you. So I was like, okay, I'll just do that. I can't title it that. I don't know. We'll see. You know now what this title is. I don't currently know. Manifestation is really fucking easy, guys. It's really easy. So I don't know what's been going on in the manifestation world. I only know what I see in comments, and it's usually some type of so-and-so or whoever or a random user says that robotic affirming doesn't work, or that affirming doesn't work, or that I need to work through, I need to, buy a course so that this coach can get me through my 16 blocks.
Okay. It's annoying me that she doesn't have an outline or a script or something. Says me doing a 2-hour live stream where I'm literally just yapping. I don't know. I have this thing where, like, if I'm watching someone's pre-published or pre-edited long form video content, I want there to be structure to it. I want you to have a point that you're trying to make and a clear, path of how we're going to get there. If I'm watching someone's live stream like this, I expect it to kind of just be whatever. They're just going to say whatever and babble for whoever knows how long. That's like the difference. This is a pre-recorded YouTube video where she could have easily cut out in the editing the parts where she's kind of just like blah, 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 blah about nothing. Like, if you don't have an outline, that's fine. I know some creators will just like turn on their camera and talk and then edit it into like a 10-minute video that actually makes sense. This just kind of feels lazy. And I know that's not the point of what we're trying to talk about, but I'm saying that because it's really hard for me to sit here and listen to her when I don't know what we're going to learn other than how to make manifestation easy. Okay, how? How are we going to do this? I'm confused. And again, I don't know who she is. She hasn't given me any context as to like why I should listen to what she's saying. So far I'm just a little bit disappointed.
And whatever else. And yeah, that's just not true. That's just not true. Manifestation is easy. Here's a very simple breakdown of what manifestation is.
Okay.
Manifestation is the reality that you are selecting mentally, right? We know that. We know that manifestation is the thing that you are experiencing. So your current reality is your manifestation, okay? In order to manifest something else, you need to do the same thing you're doing now. You need to think as if that thing is already true. From childhood, we are programmed, okay? We have all of our beliefs and then experiences from our programming. Our programming was by repetition. The thing that we heard all the time, that's what we were programmed with. And that's what created our beliefs. But as adults, we have the ability to reprogram ourselves. We can change the programming and therefore the beliefs. So the only thing you have to do is pretend over and over that the new thing that you want is already true.
This is such a harmful, first of all, it's way oversimplifying reality. But second of all, it's incredibly harmful to, I think, impose this belief on people, specifically when I think about it in terms of things like chronic illness, life-threatening sort of diseases, like if I'm diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, mental illness, poverty, so many things that objectively are not choices that people have made consciously or subconsciously. I just think that the argument falls flat when you use it in those types of contexts. Like, okay, so she's saying children can't choose. Children just have their programming. So how do we explain childhood illness? I guess that was just programmed into them. But regardless of that, once I become an adult, then I can choose. So why are the people who have cancer choosing to have cancer then? Like, if I got diagnosed, could I not just select a different reality and magically cure myself? Like, this doesn't really make sense. Exactly. Rodney says, I've heard the same explanation 1 trillion times. Aaron says, we are programmed with trauma. Again, it's like, great idea in theory, but if we actually apply it to how the real world works, it's not realistic that this could be possible, in my opinion.
Manifestation is pretending. Manifestation is literally just pretending that you already have the thing you want. It's not a perfect mathematical magic formula. It is not so-and-so's master course. It's not. It's not. It is simply you thinking, okay, I don't like what I'm experiencing right now. What do I want to experience? And then you mentally pretending, whether that is visualization, whether that is you choosing a phrase and thinking it over and over, aka affirmations, whether it is you picking an affirmation and writing it over and over again, scripting. Whatever it is to make you mentally pretend over and over, remember, because we need the repetition. Repetition is what programs us. Whatever it...
Again, cool, great, awesome. I think I talked about this in my original video of like why I don't believe manifestation is real. I believe in the research behind the power of visualization. I think that if there is like something you want to achieve in your life, you do have to, you know, imagine that it's possible for you. In some circumstances, especially with like pro athletes, they do the thing where they like literally meditate and visualize themselves executing whatever their gymnastics routine perfectly and getting 10s across the board and whatever. And that actually helps with your performance. I don't discount any of the research that is currently in existence to back that up. But I also don't think that it's like this magic formula where if I do these things, I write down in my journal as if I'm successful and I imagine myself as a successful person. That's not going to be what makes me then become successful, right? There's still a level of action. And I understand a lot of these manifestation people will say you have to take aligned action to get the thing to come true. I still, to this day, have not been able to understand how visualizing I can do something, maybe writing about it in my journal, and then taking action. Why is that manifestation? Why is that not just goal setting? That's how I set goals in my life. I write them down and then I execute on them and I make them happen. But just because I want a goal to happen and I do the work to make it happen doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed the result. Like, there's so many flaws here. And it just feels so oversimplified when you explain it like, oh, you just have to choose and believe, and then that's how it works. It's so easy. Just making sure I didn't miss any comments. Yeah, I would agree with this comment here that Erin's saying. She says, I'm not a Christian, but I have the idea that manifestation and prayer are in the same category. And that actually came up a lot in the comments on that original video I did, was people saying, well, do you believe in God? Well, do you pray? Because that's the same thing. And I personally am not religious. I don't subscribe to prayer either. But I do think that there's a lot of parallels there in that. My understanding anyway. I've never been a religious person, so please, I don't mean to offend anyone. Correct me if I'm wrong. But my understanding of prayer is that you like surrender yourself to God and you know, wish for the things that you want and trust that He is going to, you know, make things happen for you. Sounds very similar to surrendering to the universe and believing it's possible and letting the universe conspire to bring it to you. I don't know. Definitely, I agree that there seems to be a lot of parallels there. Ah, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Almost forgot to get rich today. So pleased I made it in time to manifest millions with all of you. And to that, I will say this. Where is it? Where is my sound? I have too many. This one.
Raise your hand if you want to get rich.
Raise your hand if you want to get rich. And let's let this lady keep talking and teach us how.
It takes to help you pretend mentally over and over again that you already have the thing you want or are already experiencing the thing you want to experience. That's it. That's it. And you do that until it becomes real, until it shows up in your reality. You make it real here first, and then your reality must match it. That is spirit.
Okay, sorry. I know I keep pausing. This part, though, is really... It feels very dangerous to me. It feels dangerous to me to think that if I'm someone who's maybe not in the best mental headspace and I come across this woman who's telling me, oh, if you don't like your reality, you can just think different thoughts and, you know, believe that it's happening for you and eventually it'll happen. Like, to me, that, I don't know how to explain it, but there's something about that seems so incredibly dangerous of like, if I am mentally unwell and I've deluded myself into thinking that, you know, I'm the next president of the United States, I feel like some very scary things could happen where I might put myself at risk if I believe things to be true that are very, very, very not likely to become true.
Spiritual law, that is universal law, that is scientific law of assumption, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. It really doesn't matter what you call it. It's all the same thing. Your reality is malleable. Whatever you make real here becomes your reality, okay? Whatever you make real here. So all you have to do is pretend. All you have to do is pretend. It is nothing but pretend. Consistently pretending, making it feel real up here. And when I mean feel real up here, I don't mean like emotion or anything like that. I just mean like engulf yourself in it. Like really get lost in it. And back that up. Okay, so here's why I say the combo of the 10-minute method and robotic affirming is the best. Because your 10-minute method is you sitting for 10 minutes, shutting the world out, and mentally pretending that you have the thing you want, right? You're living it here first. You're living it here for 10 solid minutes, whether it's just affirming, visualizing, whatever. You're living it for 10 minutes and you're shutting out everything else. So for 10 minutes, it's real right here, which is what perpetuates it in the 3D. It starts to select it. What you're doing.
Exactly. Erin says it's giving psychosis. That is my fear here. Because if I'm someone who is not in the best mental state and is susceptible to things like falling into psychosis, this to me feels very, very dangerous.
With the casual robotic affirming is you are reaffirming what you lived here for that 10 minutes. So if you do the 10 minutes and then you come out and the rest of your day you're thinking negatively or you're thinking opposite of everything you just went through here for that 10 minutes, you can't expect reality to change because your most dominant thinking, pretending, rehearsing is against the thing you want. It's saying that you don't have the thing you want, right? But if you will do those 10-minute sessions, whether it's 1, 2, 3, and you reaffirm that and you hold that reality mentally by casually affirming through the day, your reality will reflect that. Your most dominant thoughts and mental rehearsals are what are going to affect your reality. That's what's going to change your reality. That's what you're going to experience. That's going to cause the printer to print what you want. Okay? But most of the time, the reason people...
Okay, let's see if she does have a disclaimer in her caption. Manifesting is so easy. Don't make it complicated. A bunch of links. What's up? No disclaimer. So, love that. Yikes.
People think that things are hard and they don't get the things they want is because that's the things that they're rehearsing all day long mentally. So maybe you're someone who is doing 10-minute sessions. Like you're like every day. I actually had a member say this, that every day they do 3 10-minute sessions a day, right? Nothing has changed. They've been doing it forever. But it's like, okay, what have you been thinking in between that? Because you can't be doing your 10-minute sessions and then come out and then complain for the rest of the day. Your most dominant thoughts, the things you think the most, are what are going to affect your reality. So if you're thinking all the time, so if you're doing your 10-minute sessions and then you're thinking like, why is this so hard? Why is this taking so long? What's happening? Why is this not working? I don't know if this works. Let me try 50 other things. That's wavering. And you are going, and the reality that you're perpetuating when you're doing that is this isn't working. I don't have what I want. And therefore, even though you're doing your 10-minute sessions, your most dominant state is this isn't working. This is hard. It's not, I don't have the thing I want. So therefore, your reality is perfectly reflecting that to you by not giving you what you want because you are consistently selecting the state of, I don't have what I want. Manifesting doesn't work for me, or this is not working for me, or whatever it is, whatever the overall state is of the kind of thoughts that you're thinking, that's the reality that you're going to experience. To select the state that you...
I feel like she's just repeating herself. I'm like nodding along, but it's because she's just like saying the same thing over and it's like when you got a 10,000 word essay and you're at 9,000 words and you're like, how can I paraphrase everything I've written again so that I can hit that word count?
you want to be in, where your desire exists, where your manifestation exists, where your desired outcome exists, you have to think from that state. You have to think as if, mentally pretend, that thing is already true. It's already happening for you. So if the case is that, so whatever you're affirming in your 10-minute sessions, right? And then when you're not doing your 10-minute sessions, your consistent robotic affirming thoughts, whatever, should be, everything is so easy for me. I get.
Does anyone know what robotic affirming thoughts are? I've never heard that term before.
The things that I'm, that I affirm for. Manifestation is easy for me. And whatever your desire is, you need to still be thinking that it's already true. That was so easy for me to manifest. They're so in love with me. I have so much money. I got the job. Like, I love my new job. I love my new house. I love whatever. Okay. Your consistent thoughts through the day need to reinforce the 10-minute sessions. They need to all match. They need to be consistent. You need to consistently be thinking from the state that you want to be in order to be in it. And the thing is,
yeah, Suzanne's asking, by this logic, do we need to sit around all day saying affirmations and not doing anything? That's the part I'm a little bit confused about, because most of the manifestation people will mention taking aligned action, sitting in the belief and then using that to, lead you to the thing that you want through action. And so it's interesting to me that she's literally just saying, believe and you can achieve. At least that's how I'm interpreting it, versus actually doing something. I don't know.
Another question that people always ask is like, well, am I going to have to affirm forever? Am I going to have to do these forever? No, not for that desire. For other things, yeah, because our entire reality is a manifestation. Like, we're constantly manifesting. You can't not manifest. There's no opting out of manifesting. So you do always need to be thinking from a desired state, from a state that you would want to be in. And as spiritual beings, we always have more and more and more desires. That's natural for us. That's what we're supposed to have. But when it comes to, let's say you're manifesting an SP, right? So you're not going to, once it's manifested. And
SP is specific person in the law of assumption community, much like the twin flames thing someone mentioned in the comments earlier. It's this belief that like you can choose the person you want to be with, and through your thoughts, you can like get them to want to be with you.
And you've gotten used to it and it's become normal to you. So it's become normal to you for this person to be in love with you, right? You are wholeheartedly convinced that this person is in love with you because you've manifested it. You've experienced it over and over. It's been consistent. You're used to it now. As long as you don't have opposing thoughts to it anymore, as long as you don't still have doubt about it, you will not need to affirm anymore. And
okay, so this comment here says robotic affirmative thoughts are the same thing Louise Hay promoted with chanted positive self-talk. She wrote a whole book about what you should repeat to yourself all day based on what ailment you want to heal. So I guess the idea is robotic affirmations, you say them so many times that they become like second nature. Is that the idea?
Usually, in my experience, you just naturally stop affirming for it once it becomes normal because it becomes an expectation. When something becomes an expectation, you no longer need to try to affirm for it because you already expect it. It's a self-reaffirming thought, right? So you don't have to try to reaffirm it. It's what you expect to happen. The things that we have to affirm for are the things that we don't expect to experience or to be true for us. So that's why we have to get to the point of the expectation. And we do that through affirming or visualizing or scripting, whatever it takes for you to mentally pretend that that thing's already true for you. But once you've experienced your manifestation and it becomes normal, you will like just naturally not need to affirm anymore because you'll expect it to be that way and you won't expect it or worry about it being another way. I hope that makes sense. So let's just go over a quick little run through. Manifestation is just you pretending that you have the thing you want already until it manifests, because it will. The more you pretend that you have the thing already, the faster it will come, the easier it will come, and it's really just that simple. Wavering just means that you're thinking against the thing you want. And it doesn't mean that you're directly thinking against it. Wavering is you thinking about how you don't have the thing you want. Wavering is you thinking that manifestation is hard, or that this thing is hard, or that it's taking too long, or what is happening, or trying too many different techniques to try to force it to work rather than just thinking as if you have the thing you want. That's wavering, okay? What to do, what not to do. What to do is think as if you have the thing you want. What not to do is don't think as if you don't have it. And she also said how to find what works for you. Realistically, you decide what works for you. So if you think that if you think that affirming is the thing you want to go with, which really that's kind of like, in my opinion, affirming, thinking as if is the baseline of manifestation. I mean, it's almost not optional, but I guess it kind of is if you consider I only visualize, so I don't affirm. But if you're having conversations in the visual, you kind of are affirming, and also scripting is still affirming because you're picking an affirmation and you're writing it over and over, or you're writing out a scenario over and over. Either way, whatever. Thinking as if is a requirement. Pretending you have what you want is a requirement. But finding what works for you is really up to you. So if you want to do it by just sitting in affirming sentences, if you want to do it by writing it, if you want to do it by visualization, those are the three like main methods.
Okay. The pausing is really irritating me. Let's go to a different video and see if she teaches us anything useful, like how to manifest money easy.
What's up, guys? We're back.
The intro every time is like, there's something about it. I just find this so funny.
What's up, guys? We're back.
I'm going to steal that. What's up, guys? We're back.
Another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we are the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and suspend your disbelief. I am your favorite manifestation coach and your favorite YouTuber. So, if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever's between you and your manifestation, go ahead and sign up for coaching with me below, if there's any available. I don't know. Also, we have started a new challenge for...
Again, still no context. I don't understand. I mean, maybe we can go to her channel and see she does like an intro video or something. I'm like, who are you and why should I sign up for your coaching? What have you manifested? Tell me.
For members only, we are doing the Ask Affirmation Challenge. And our Ask Affirmation is, why is everything so easy for me? So if you would like to join that challenge and join in on our self-concept state change to make everything freaking easy, then go ahead and join my channel. That's really it. Okay, you guys are... If my mouth is red, it's because I'm drinking a Kool-Aid Jammer, okay? You guys are always asking me to make money videos, but really in the past, they're like my lowest viewed video for some reason. But maybe in this economy, more people will appreciate my money videos. It's crazy because it's actually like the number two most requested subject from my clients. Like every single client besides a handful, it's always SP and money. It's 90% of the time, it's both SP and money, and then maybe one other thing. Like every single one of my clients has those two things on the list. So I'm really shocked when the videos aren't as popular as other videos because like who doesn't like money? So let's talk about how to manifest money because I'm actually really, really good at manifesting money. Like I said, I just don't talk about it because, I mean, nobody really, they do well, but they don't do as well as like everything else. I don't know why. You guys have been requesting a money video. My members have been requesting a money challenge, but we don't do specific desire challenges because...
Okay, we get it. Everyone wants you to do a money video. So why are we 3 minutes in and you haven't told me anything about money?
I had like maybe 300 subscribers. Probably not even that many. I don't even know. But I just was like gaslighting the fuck out of myself. Just saying, I make $1,000 a day. I make $1,000 a day. I make $1,000 a day. Did I know where that $1,000 a day was going to come from? Hell no. I sure did not. I had no freaking clue. But you know what? I kept affirming it anyway. And I gaslighted the shit out of myself. And gaslighted myself right into financial abundance. So if I can do it, trust me. If I can do it, you can do it. You don't have to start.
No, you want to know what I think is happening here? It's a tale as old as time, my friends. Same thing we see with the business coaches, coaching coaches to coaches. You guys know what I'm talking about. She likely, and again, I don't know this because I don't know her story because she doesn't have her background story posted anywhere. But I'm going to guess that she started a YouTube channel talking about manifesting. She started affirming to herself that she was going to make $1,000 a day, whether it's through YouTube or whatever. And she started selling some sort of, course, coaching, whatever, on how to manifest, which is I've said this a million times, but it's a self-affirming or like, what's the word? It's like confirmation bias. Like, I believe that I know how to manifest, so I sell you a course on manifestation. You buy it, therefore I make money, which proves to myself that my belief in manifestation must work. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made money because I believed I was capable of making money, and I'm teaching you how to make money through manifestation. You buy it, I make money. it like reinforces that belief, and then I continue to sell and sell and sell. So maybe she has made money, but did she actually manifest it? No, not if she did it in the way that I'm assuming. All that means is that she was really good at marketing. That's the word, self-fulfilling prophecy. Exactly. It just shows that she was able to sell the idea of manifestation, and then therefore like manifested all this money by selling other people on the idea that she knew how to manifest money. It's the same thing as like Manifestation Babe, Amanda Francis, any of those people do the exact same thing. It's like you're not actually manifesting anything. You're an excellent marketer that can sell people on the idea of wanting to make money. But okay.
Start with $1,000 a day. You don't even have to start with an amount per day. You can do an amount per month. You can do a large lump sum. You can literally manifest any amount of money that you want. And all you have to do is identify as someone who has a lot of money. Well, there's several ways you can do this. So in my case, like I said, I just started spamming the affirmation and gaslighting myself. And no matter what, I just kept saying that I make $1,000 a day. And that was just my chosen desire. You don't have to do that. You can literally do anything. You can just identify as a wealthy person. You can start affirming that you're just a naturally rich person. Some people want to manifest a lot of money and not have to work for it. I totally understand that. You can definitely do that. I'm so rich for no reason. I'm literally rich for no reason. People just love giving me their money. I'm just a naturally rich person. I get paid to exist.
Okay. If this was true and we could just believe I get paid for doing nothing or whatever she said, why are you making YouTube videos about it? Because if I believe that that was genuinely true, I sure as shit wouldn't be making YouTube videos teaching other people how to do it, because I would just be able to make money doing nothing. So it's like, do you actually believe that's true, or you just genuinely love making these videos on how to manifest money? Because I have a hard time believing that you would actually be publishing any kind of content, whether it's on YouTube, whatever, if you weren't doing it to funnel people into your coaching and courses. Like if I truly, in my heart of hearts, believe that I can make money doing nothing, I personally would never work another day in my life. Well, that's not true. I do like filming videos like this. But for her specifically, I'm like, I don't know. If I'm this person that's obsessed with making money, I definitely wouldn't be filming videos teaching you how to manifest money. Yeah, Rona says, I identify as a billionaire. You know what? I might adopt that saying for myself. Exactly. I totally want to get paid to do nothing, but not by scamming people for it. That's exactly how I feel.
My income is rapidly increasing and I don't have to work for it. It can be literally anything. Anything that you want to manifest, all you have to do is start mentally identifying as that version of you. That version of you exists. You just have to select it. So there's a broke version of you and there's a version of you that has all the money that you want. You just have to decide, okay, well, how much money do I want? Or do I just want financial freedom? Do I not want to have to work and I just want to be super rich with tons of income for no reason? Do you have a business that you want to be successful and that's where you want to make your money from? Do you have a dream job or a dream career and you just...
Exactly. Monica says, if she could magically manifest money, why sell a course? That's my point, is like, if I knew that I could manifest money for doing nothing, getting paid to exist, she said, why would I do anything other than just like shit that I like to do for fun? It doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing, lady.
Just want a raise, or you love your job and you just wish they pay you more. It doesn't matter what it is. Money is an unlimited resource. I don't care what anybody says. Money is an unlimited resource. And when you start identifying as someone who makes tons of money or receives tons of money, you will start getting money from everywhere. You can have zero idea where you want the money to come from. You can have zero, like maybe you want to start. I have a lot of clients that want to start a business, but they don't know what business they want to start, or they don't know where to begin. So I just say, okay, well, how much do you want to make from this non-existent business? And whatever it is, I have them affirm it. Okay, I make $10,000 a month. I make $10,000 a month. I make $10,000 a month. It doesn't matter, because the idea, the resource, the source, it's going to fall into your lap. And it's going to work perfectly, because when you identify as something here, your reality must match it. It must make it true. So it's going to do whatever it takes to prove you to be right. So if you are identifying as someone who makes $10,000 a month, your reality is going to do whatever it needs to do to make that true. And if you are someone who is manifesting a large sum of money, and let's say you are afraid of, the way it could come. So one tip that I know that is very good is you can affirm, I'm so happy that I have this much money. Because if you're so happy about it, then it did not come from a negative way, okay? Because you wouldn't be happy about that money coming from a negative way. So when you affirm, I'm so happy I have this much money in the bank, I'm so happy I have $1 million. I'm so happy I have $10 million. I'm so happy I have $100,000. I'm so happy. You're implying that your money came from a really happy, exciting way, and that's what's going to manifest, okay? So that's a little tip for the people that are afraid to manifest money because you don't want it to come in a negative way. That's how you can avoid that, because you wouldn't be happy if it did. So when you're...
Can someone explain to me what money coming from a negative way is? What let me know in the chat. What do you think money coming from a negative way looks like? Because I've got nothing. I don't even understand what she's saying. Harrison says, I missed the beginning. Did we acknowledge why it looks like she's performing a seance in the background? We're not sure. It's like true crime influencer turned manifestation guru. That's the vibe I'm getting. Suzanne says inheritance. So is inheritance a negative? Because I feel like if I got an inheritance, I would be pretty positively happy about that. Having a real job? Yeah, maybe that's what she's talking about. Very, very confused.
You're saying, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I have this much money. I'm so happy I received this much money. I'm so happy. But the biggest thing is identifying as a wealthy person. So if you have a lack mindset when it comes to money, you feel like money is very limited, you need to start identifying as the opposite, basically. So it's as easy as you being like, I have the best relationship with money. I believe money is so easy to manifest. And just repeating that and identifying as that. And then your reality is going to start.
Ah, okay. Yes. Everyone is saying that inheritance means someone has to die. Very true. I kind of forgot that part. So I guess that would be actually really awful. Unless it was like a relative I didn't know. Like Aaron says, maybe it depends who the inheritance comes from. It's my imaginary uncle that I always talk about. My mother is an only child, but maybe she's not. And maybe there's a secret uncle I just don't know about who's very rich and he's going to leave me a lot of money. If I keep speaking it into existence, it will come true, right? That's how this works. Jean-Marc, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Is that a Capri Sun? She's drinking Kool-Aid Jammer, she said. Throwback to the year 2004, if you know what I'm saying. What am I drinking tonight? Same as always. It's so warm in here. The can is like sweating, but blueberry pomegranate sparkling water. Delicious. A deliciously tasty treat. Yeah, this is quite the wild ride we're on here, folks.
Start producing evidence to prove you to be right. That money is so easy for you to manifest because you have a great money mindset or a great relationship with money. Your reality is going to start proving that to you, because right now, if you're in a mindset where you think money is hard to get, then reality is going to consistently prove you to be right. That money is hard to get. So it must be hard for you to get it. It has to be true because that's where you identify. But if you identify as someone who money is so easy for me to manifest, money is so easy for me to get, like I have the best luck with money, then your reality is going to prove you to be right. Just test it. I'm telling you. Everything I tell you, just test it for yourself. You're going to see. If you won't waver, if you'll just test it, just pretend. Just do a personal challenge. Pretend for 2 weeks that you are a person who has the best luck with money. Like money is literally so easy for you to manifest. You get money from everywhere. Just test it, and you'll start seeing money come in from different places that you never even thought of. Because when I was affirming for $1,000 a day, I never thought of someone being like, hey, Sammy, you should do manifestation coaching. I also didn't think about the fact that all my videos could just randomly start going viral, because part of my $1,000 a day manifestation was that my videos started randomly going viral, and then that increased my monetization. So my YouTube check got a lot bigger. And I didn't even consider that. I didn't know where the hell that money was going to come from. In my head, I was going to have to slowly build my way up, to a decent check, or really at that time I was just thinking about views wise. I was gonna have to slowly build myself up. But when I just entered the state of I make $1,000 a day. I make $1,000 a day. And I'm telling you, the more I got closer to that $1,000 a day, and then when I was consistently making it, it was just like, oh, money is literally so easy for me to manifest. Like, this is nothing. And then all of a sudden, I no longer have a lack mindset. I no longer have the identity of money is hard to get. All of a sudden, I assume the identity of someone who can easily manifest money. You can start right this second. You can start identifying as someone who can easily manifest money, someone who makes this much a month, or someone who has this much money in the bank, or someone who's a millionaire, or whatever you want to be, whatever your money desires are. Your business is booming. You make this much per week, per day from your business. You make this many sales. This sells out constantly. You got this fat raise at work. Your boss loves to give you a raise. You make this much money for your salary. Whatever it is, you just have to start thinking as if it's already true. If you were to tell someone right now about your raise at work, or about how easy it is for you to get money, or about like how rich you are, how would you word it? However you would word that is how you need to start affirming right now. It can be robotic affirming, it can be 10-minute sessions, it can be both. But whatever your method is, you need to currently start identifying as someone who has really good luck with money, is good at manifesting money, has a good relationship with money, who is a naturally wealthy person. Whatever you want to be, you need to start identifying as that now.
What does a naturally wealthy person look like? I'm like trying to think, what does it mean to be naturally wealthy? Like you were born into a wealthy family? Or like, I feel like there is, I don't know how to word this. There is like this stereotypical perception of like what wealthy people are. But it's like, I personally don't think that like wealthy people, generally speaking, like look a specific way or act a specific way. I think there is like a public perception of people from like lower class that have this idea of like, oh, a wealthy person drives a nice car, wears certain brands, blah, 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 blah. But I don't genuinely think that like that is necessarily true across the board. Like, I don't think that all wealthy people signal their wealth in the same way per se. So like, what does naturally wealthy mean?
Because as long as you keep thinking,
yeah, Nepo
money's
baby,
so hard to get in this economy, everything's so expensive. As long as you keep that negative money mindset, that lack money mindset, you're just identifying as that, and then your world has to prove you to be right, because that's your reality's only job, is to prove you to be right. So make it prove you right in something that is benefiting you, not hurting you. Because how are you going to allow yourself to be broke in your own reality? Okay? You do not have to deal with that. This is your reality. You are the boss. You decide if you have a good relationship with money or if you have a bad relationship with money. You decide if money...
Hold on, I got to go back for a sec.
...expensive. As long as you keep that, prove you to be right. So, make it prove you right in something that is benefiting you, not hurting you. Because how are you going to allow yourself to be broke in your own reality?
Okay, so if you're broke, it's because you're allowing yourself to be broke. That's what she's suggesting. And that's, again, coming back to my original comments, that's why I find this sort of like attitude and approach to be so dangerous. Because when I think of like, just speak to my own experience. When I had that very first business coach that I hired who believed in manifestation and would get me to, write in my journal as if I had the things I wanted. One of the things, and I think I've told this story before, was like she would encourage me to adopt the behaviors of someone who was making the money that I wanted to be making. And so she would tell me to, like, go get my nails done, go get my hair done, whatever. And I remember spending like $200 to get my hair done and texting her like so excited of, I'm embodying this person that I'm becoming. And I went and I got my hair done and da-da-da-da-da. Thankfully, I had money and I could afford to do that. But I could see someone being in a situation where they're legitimately in poverty or struggling financially, coming across this kind of content where it's like, oh, you have to act as if going into significant amounts of debt, whether it's getting their hair done, getting their nails done, buying nice clothes, eating out at restaurants, taking on a car loan they can't afford, all of these different things. And then what? How am I going to, like, this doesn't work. It's not real. So now I'm in a horrible financial situation because I tried to delusionally believe my way to wealth through acting as if I was wealthy. Like, I don't really understand. Make it prove you right equals be wrong until you are right by the odds and let that validate you. The art of the double down. Exactly. Space Pastry says, I don't like the assumption that wealthy people have it all figured out and the rest of us have faulty wiring or something. Exactly. It's like an us versus them mentality. And I don't know. Personally, that's something I've never really subscribed to. This attitude is like the final boss of capitalism. Very, very odd. Suzanne says, this message is endorsed by credit card companies. Brought to you by American Express. That would actually be hilarious if she then did a sponsorship from a credit card company.
Okay? You do not have to deal with that. This is your reality. You are the boss. You decide if you have a good relationship with money or if you have a bad relationship with money. You decide if money is hard to get. You decide if you're broke. You decide if you're rich. It's all up to you. It's how you identify. If you're constantly complaining about bills, constantly complaining about the cost of things, constantly complaining about being broke, worrying about money all the time, that's your identity. You're identifying as someone who never has enough money, can't afford things they want. Money is hard for you to get. You don't want that identity anymore. You have to think differently. And honestly, you're
Again, she's taking a concept that I don't entirely disagree with, but like manipulating it to suit her sort of narrative. And this is something I've spoken about many times. I do think there is like a level of self-awareness to see certain language that you use, especially with the concept of money. I'm thinking about specifically this idea of like, oh, I'm broke. Oh, I don't have money. Oh, da 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 da. Like, I do think that when you constantly are using that kind of language, it can be, I don't know how to word this without like making it sound like I believe in delusional thinking, because I don't. But there is something to be said about like a positive money mindset and believing that you're capable of like finding a way to make more money. Because if I am really focused on the fact that I'm in debt, I don't have money, I'm always struggling, I think with that mindset, it can be difficult to get creative in like, oh, well, what kind of like side jobs could I pick up? Or how could I possibly, you know, make more money or figure out a way to, you know, get creative and find different streams of revenue. And so I think there is value in understanding your relationship with money and how you think about it and how you feel about it. But I don't think that like simply changing those thoughts then creates this like magic where money starts flowing in. I don't subscribe to that. But I will just say that there is value in understanding the language that you use around money, speaking from personal experience, and recognizing that like there is possibility to make more money if that's something that you want to do, without turning it into this like, oh, just believe it and it'll happen. Exactly. Confidence versus delusion. That's a great way to put it. Marie celebrates 20 months of membership and says economic literacy is probably a better way to get money. Ain't that the truth? Congrats on 20 months of membership. That's crazy. Thank you for being here. And I really just want to remind you of this one simple thing.
Have you really got that you are God?
Marie, you are God. So hopefully you've got that. Yeah. This comment says, agreed, she is skipping the nuance of this whole conversation, and that's the problem. She's missing that thoughts need to first be believable to work. Exactly.
already in the shit position. What's it going to hurt you to try something different? It's not going to hurt you at all. Start affirming that you are very good at manifesting money. Identify as the version of you who is good at manifesting money and who makes whatever amount or has whatever amount you want to have. Okay? It's literally that easy. And the more you see evidence, the easier it will be to stay in that state. I know this video is not that long, but there's really not a lot of, there's not a lot to explain about manifesting money because it's literally just about you identifying as someone who has a lot of money. Or
all you got to do to manifest money is identify as someone who has a lot of money. Okay. All right. I'm curious to see what her most viral video is, because she mentioned that one of her videos got a lot of views, and then that's how she started making money on YouTube. So it's how to manifest anything in 3 days. That's very specific. I'm intrigued. Oof. Okay. Skip that.
What's up, guys? We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we're the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come to suspend or cancel your disbelief, whichever is easy for you in the moment. You know, do what you gotta do. I am your favorite YouTuber and your favorite manifestation coach. So if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever's between you and your manifestation, go ahead and sign up for my coaching below. It's always in the description box. All right, you guys wanted this video. I mentioned it in another video and you're like, yes, give me this video. I know other people have done it. I don't know what they said in their videos, but I mentioned this in the group. Someone must have commented on it recently because it was back at the top of the group, like last week when I mentioned this, and that's what reminded me of it. I was wanting to go back and do refreshers on things that I had talked about back when I first started and kind of just edit in places where I might feel differently now. So, sorry if you hear my husband yelling. He is preparing for his stream and I wanted to get my videos filmed before he started streaming because I'm his moderator and I gotta be in the stream. And I didn't want to film at night.
Wait, so her husband is also a YouTuber? I'm very confused. This is from 3 years ago. Dropping Knowledge Bombs wants to know, WTF does mermaids have to do with any of this? Your guess is as good as mine. Aaron, this video is from May 2022, so about 3 years ago.
So, whatever. Anyway.
Ugh, the dynamic focus on the camera isn't fixed and it's driving me a little bit crazy.
You guys wanted to hear about the manifesting in 3 days. If you are, whether you're a biblical type manifester, I should say, or if you, my dog is snoring, I'm sorry. Not really. If you're a, you know, biblical based, I won't say Christian or religious because one, I don't like religion.
Suzanne says, it sounds like she's underwater, and it really does, especially if you're wearing headphones. Oh my God.
It's just, that's just a control thing, in my opinion. I do believe in God, the Bible, whatever. So if you're like biblical based, or if you're Neville based, even, it's all talked about 3 days. 3 days is all it should take you if you persist without wavering. So
what is it? Who is it? Who is the it that mentioned it only takes 3 days? Does it say that in the Bible? I'm confused.
Here's something I want you to try. I want you to pick something that you want to manifest, okay? Anything you want to manifest. It can be done in 3 days, you guys. It's not, I know there's always been so much talk of, oh, it's like a baby or it's like a fucking plant and it's gotta plant the seed and give it time to grow. Let me explain something to you. Time is not real. So if time is not real and we are the operant powers of this place, of this earth, and we are in control and we are naturally masters at manifesting, why would we need to wait? If we're speaking in biblical terms, when Jesus was showing us how to manifest, it didn't take months. He didn't sit around waiting for the divine timing or for the perfect unfolding. It'll unfold in its own time. No. When he decreed it to be done, it was done. So I think the longest thing, 24 hours to 3 days, maybe. I believe the Bible is an instruction book. I believe we have complete dominion over time. Time is not real. It is man-made, earth construct, and there should not be some long unfolding process if you will stand firm, focus, and meditate.
I don't believe in time, but I do believe that I can teach you how to manifest anything in 3 days. What?
I say meditate, I don't mean a YouTube video with a guided meditation. I mean affirming. I mean taking time for the next 3 days or whatever 3 days that you can to really, really saturate your mind with the idea, with the belief that the thing that you want is already true. If you will do this, and I don't mean sitting and doing your affirmations and doing it correctly and then coming out of it and thinking against it or speaking against it for the rest of the day. I mean taking the time to literally saturate your mind and stand firm that this thing is already true. I already have it. They already love me. We're already engaged. We're already this. They're already texting me. I have my house. My exam is passed, or I have revised my exam and I passed them. This revision is done. This whatever your goal is, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever you decide to do. I won't even call it a method. It's not a 3-day method. Nothing should take longer than 3 days. Okay? If you will stand firm. The only reason things take so long for people is because they don't saturate their minds with the idea that it's true. They waver and waver and waver and waver and waver. 1 minute you're in the state of the wish fulfilled.
So I'm supposed to just sit around for 3 days affirming to myself and whatever I want will become true. Whatever. Anything. Okay, clear my schedule, guys. I got plans for the next 72 hours.
You're in belief of it. And then the next minute you're like thinking, or you're speaking against it, or complaining about it, or you forget about all the saturating you just did, and then you go back to the 3D like nothing has changed. When you need, if you're thinking about your desire, you need to think of it as if it's already fulfilled, as if it's...
You forget about all the saturating you just did, and you go back to the 3D reality. Okay, so let me get this straight. 3D reality is the world we live in. Where am I when I'm doing these affirmations? Am I locking myself in a room away from the 3D reality? I'm so confused. Katie says, what are we saturating our minds with? I believe positive affirmations. Whatever our belief is. So I will be rich. I will be rich. I'm a millionaire. I will be rich. I am rich, actually. I am a millionaire and I'm rich. Where am I going to do that? Like physically, where am I supposed to be while I'm saying this over and over again? Saturating my mind, if you will. Because she said, I'm leaving 3D reality to do this. So where am I supposed to go?
Already true. If you would stand firm and not waver and saturate your mind every time you think of your desire, saturate your mind, saturate your mind, saturate your mind. The way you saturate your mind is to keep telling yourself. Again, if we're speaking biblical, think about this. The woman with the issue of blood, the woman in the Bible who was healed of her blood disease from touching Jesus's garment. It clearly says that she kept saying, if I could only touch his garment, I would be made whole. And then when she did, Jesus said, your faith has made you whole. How do you get faith? By saying, repeating, meditating on it. Meditating means...
Suzanne wants to know, who looks after my kids while I'm saturating? Can't.
Affirming, focusing, saturating your mind with it. If visualization is your thing, do it that way. Affirming is mine. Affirming is my meditating. Me sitting quietly, even if I'm bored or doing the dishes or taking a shower or doing my hair, doing my makeup, I am meditating on my desire already being true. Even when I manifested my career, my $1,000 a day, my videos going viral, growing rapidly, all that stuff, I would sit as much as I could and just saturate my mind with it. And that's why the things happen so fast. If you won't waver, if you will stand firm, not let your 3D deter you. I know it's easy for your thoughts to go back to what it's used to. That is where you keep redirecting. Your thought starts to go sideways, you bring it back. Starts to go, you bring it back. Starts to go, you bring it back.
This is a great question. Monica says, why is she not saturating her life? Why sell a course? That's the question none of these people could answer. If you were truly capable of manifesting anything you want me to believe that you still would be selling an online course, that you still would be an online coach? Girl, I would be running a Pilates studio that's losing $30,000 a month, or a coffee shop or something, some really bad, impractical business that's mostly guaranteed to lose money. If I knew that I could manifest unlimited amounts of money no matter what, I would just be doing something for fun. Like, what are you saying, lady? Why are you selling an online course?
You keep checking yourself about that shit. You keep checking yourself. If you're affirming for your SP, he is so in love with me, but he never did. He is so in love with me, but he is so in love with me. Like you're correcting a child, like you're correcting an employee, like you're correcting someone who is wrong, because that other thought is wrong. It is no longer the truth. The truth is whatever you decide it is. So, he is so in love with me. No, he is so in love with me. Isn't it wonderful? He is so in love with me. If you will keep doing that, you can manifest anything you want in 3 days. But you've got to stop wavering. Just start testing it. Just start practicing. Make it your goal. Set an intention. I intend to manifest everything I want in 3 days. I easily manifest whatever I want in 3 days. Remember, everything is based on your assumption. So if you decide you manifest anything you want in 3 days, that's what it is. I have the assumption that if I affirm for money, it comes to me in 3 days. And it works every single time. I've always believed the 3-day thing because, like I said, I grew up based on the Bible being an instruction book. I grew up on being a spiritual person even before I knew about the law of assumption. I grew up knowing that if I believe I received, I can have it based on the Bible. And 3 days, the number 3 is very prominent. So that's just an assumption of mine. You can make it an assumption of yours too. I manifest anything I want in 3 days. I can literally manifest anything I want in 3 days. Even start with that. Start with that and then see what manifests. Once you saturate your mind with the idea that you manifest anything you want in 3 days. Start playing with that affirmation alone and see what all happens. You don't have to wait. There should not be a long unfolding process. It doesn't matter.
Katie, an SP is a specific person. So it's like the person you want You focus on them and you can have them. You control them with your thoughts.
Or what the manifestation is, doesn't matter how far off it seems, doesn't matter how opposite it is compared to what your current reality is showing you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because all things are possible to you. All things, not some things, not most things, all things. Not all things, but no, all things are possible to you. So if you want to manifest in 3 days, then by God, you tell yourself, I manifest anything I want in 3 days. Have an inner conversation about it. Yeah, I manifest anything I want in 3 days. I'm really good at manifesting anything I want. There's no exceptions. Okay? It is really that easy. Whatever you tell yourself, whatever you consistently tell yourself, but you guys have got to stop wavering. Stop fucking wavering. Stop wavering. Stand firm on it.
Okay, this is so interesting to me because so far we've watched 3 videos and I feel like they were all the same video. Like she just said the exact same thing for 15 minutes each time, but we're saying the same thing. I want to read the comments on this video because that was just very, very interesting. This one says, okay, this is not a joke. I started affirming I have a job, the great salary. People I work with are great. I am working from home. But to be honest, only on day 1 was I consistent in my affirming. Day 2, a few times a day. And today, only in the morning. Today is the 3rd day and I've got an offer to work near home. So not exactly like my affirmation. I am blown away. I was struggling to find a job the past 4 months. People, this works. Okay, next comment. I started this and I can confirm it works. I didn't waver at all for the 3 days, even though the situation was super bad. He told me he lost feelings, broke up with me on Halloween, and even started talking to someone else. I started affirming everything I wanted and didn't let anything get in the way, and he ended up texting me. Girl, why would you want to be with a man that rejected you and found somebody else? Boy, bye. No. He told me he would change for me and be committed and truly make me a priority. That's because he regrets breaking up with you. Girl, this is sad. And when I asked him about the third party, he told me that he blocked her and hated her because of something she said about me. This works, so thank you so much. Oh my God. I watched this video and after 3 days, I lost 6 kilos. Okay. Oh no. This video sent me in Dubai. I manifested a free 7-day trip. If you're having doubts, the minute I heard Sammy say divine timing doesn't exist, I literally started manifesting things within 3 days. The first few times felt so unreal, it gave me goosebumps. Stop. There is actually no way he literally asked me out a few days after I watched this video. This is insane. Saturate your mind. Stand firm in the idea that what you have is true. Those who are in disbelief, believe me, it works. Have faith in the process. It happened after just 1 day. My 12-year-old daughter also knows she's a master in manifestation. When we walked home from school with her friend, I overheard my daughter telling her that she really fancies a kebab. I told her we will get some over the weekend. Literally an hour later, a delivery guy knocked on the door delivering kebabs. We didn't order anything. It was our house number, correct road, and everything. We still don't know how it was possible, but we got free kebab in an hour out of thin air, manifested by a 12-year-old. Guys, you heard it here first. Rodney says these comments are trolling. Honestly, it's very funny to me because the number one piece of feedback I get on that manifestation video I made is always, manifestation is real. It worked for me. But the stories are always just like so silly and ridiculous in my opinion. I'm like, you're not convincing me. I'm sorry. Your anecdotal story that I cannot verify the truth, the validity of, it's not going to convince me. If it helps anyone, remember that your life can change with one phone call, one message, one meetup, one right turn. All these things, take literally 1 second to happen. So why wouldn't they happen in the span of 3 days? Oh, goodness. I wonder if she gets like her clients to comment stuff or if these are all just like people that came across this video. It's very, very interesting to me. Let's see what the newest comments are saying. Oh, Lots of people manifesting lots of money, apparently. Oh, it worked. Hi, Dios. Okay. Yeah, Delulu for sure. I agree. Okay. So there were some like Reddit threads as well. The person who submitted this told me to check out Reddit. Most of the ones I found actually like seemed to really like her. Like this one says, thoughts on Sammy. I've started my manifestation journey with her years ago. I'm extremely grateful for her work. She helped a lot of understanding the basics of manifesting, but I feel like there's something off with her nowadays. Has anybody noticed her or changes in her way of teaching? Thoughts about her. Sometimes I feel like she's a bit overrated. I would say no hate. And so some people say, I will be honest, I do watch her videos because you can get good info from them. What info are you getting? Because all I got was the same thing recycled 3 times. Like, hey, ChatGPT, can you paraphrase this YouTube video into a new YouTube video? Except she obviously didn't have a script because she was literally just rambling. I don't like when she is ignorant about certain topics. Here we go. Such as mental health and calls people lazy. Exactly. She says she is just being harsh, but the truth is that sometimes she speaks disrespectfully and hides behind the excuse of being harsh. Sometimes she is a bit hypocritical in the sense that she says one thing about affirmations and then says another. OP says, I'll have to agree. She's great at giving information, but I can't help but feel bad when she gives rude answers in the comments. She also deleted comments, which I don't understand why. I was kind of wondering that because, like, okay, for example, if you go to my video on manifestation, it's kind of like a 50-50 split. Like half the comments are people being like, I totally agree with you. Thanks for making this video. And then the other half are like, you don't know what you're talking about. Manifestation work for me. And I think like as a creator, it's not my job to reply to every single comment. I try to reply to a lot of comments, especially when it's like a newer video that just got posted. I'm usually pretty active in the comment section just because it's interesting to get feedback from people and have those conversations. But more importantly, what I like to actually do is go through and read like my viewers' interactions with each other. Like if Monica comments something and then Suzanne comes and replies to Monica's comment, and then Space Pastry is there, you know, jumping in and leaving something. Like, to me, that's more interesting and more important to foster a space where people can have those constructive conversations. If you agree or disagree, I think that that's really important. And so I'm saying that because I didn't notice in all the comments we looked at, they were all in support of what she was saying. So in my head, I was wondering, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I was curious as to whether she deletes comments that oppose with her beliefs, because to me, it's like, you're just creating an echo chamber if that's the case. Like even the most unhinged comments, I might not reply to, but I'll leave them. I don't really care. Whatever. Say whatever you want in my comment section. It's no skin off my back, baby. Sammy is a human first and foremost. She has admitted that some of her old videos and information about manifesting is wrong, confusing, or was just her limiting beliefs at the time. She has indeed evolved. What I see with some people in her comments is that they don't either comprehend what she's saying or they're not watching the entire video. Sammy has stated that if you affirm in present tense and it makes you feel horrible, then stop. But she's also stated that feelings don't matter when manifesting because they don't. She only said if affirming in present tense as you already have it makes you feel bad, stop. If you're the type of person who is controlled by their feelings or who wants to feel good when affirming, and if not, it doesn't apply to you. I think what she's attempting to do in her videos is tackle multiple perspectives on manifesting at once because she has a huge audience. So I can only imagine the daunting task of trying to sprinkle a little something here and there for everybody in hopes that they all get it. For me, Sammy's teachings on affirmations have gotten me everything that I wanted, and I do mean everything. If you're struggling with mental health, then it might be better to affirm in a way that makes you feel better doing so. I hope this helps. Very, very interesting. Sorry, I'm just catching up on your comments. I remember this guy charged people nearly $3,000 for a course, and she said you can manifest so many things with these methods, like your partner or a parking spot. girl, people didn't spend $3,000 for parking. Oh, no. Okay, so like this whole thread is saying like she's teaching things from her perspective. I feel she's really good at what she does. I love her. So there is a community of people that really, really support her work, which probably explains why she has how many subscribers? 236,000 subscribers. Like that's pretty good. Her videos get, 70K views, 200K views. So like people are watching her content. Very, very interesting. Okay. Then I found this other one that said, I gave up 3 to 4 years of manifesting a desired outcome. In the last few years, I've learned about law of assumption and made great use of it. Just in the last few days, I've manifested back my keys after losing them a few years ago. I simply said that I don't care anymore and I'll find them, forgot about it, and then the bridge of incidents happened. Actually, funny story, guys. If that's manifesting, then I did exactly this. So, it's a little side story about me that no one probably cares about. I went to Ontario like 2 months ago now to visit my family. For those of you that don't know, I live in British Columbia. My family lives in Ontario, so like opposite sides of the country. So I went home in July for a couple weeks to see my parents, and I got home and I was like taking public transit back to my house from the airport. And I get to the front door of my building and I can't find my keys. They're not in my bags. They're not in my pockets. I like have my raincoat, which I was wearing when I left because it was raining, and I had packed it in the bottom of my suitcase. I pull it out. My keys aren't anywhere. So I have to get Pablo to come let me inside. Anyway, I'm like, oh my God, I must have left my keys in the Uber that I took from the house to the airport when I left for Ontario 2 weeks ago. So then I like contact the building manager. I get a new set of keys and I'm just like, whatever. I don't even care about the other set of keys. I'm confident that I didn't lose them somewhere close enough to my house that like a robber would come and break in. So I'm like, I'm just not even going to care about it. I'll just get a new set of keys, move on. No big problem. Lo and behold, about 3 weeks later, I pull out a bag, a very specific bag that I have that I use anytime I go downtown to do work. Like it's like a laptop bag. And inside the laptop bag are my keys. So I manifested my keys to be in this random bag that I don't even know the last time I used it. So manifestation does work, guys, is the point of my story. So somebody clip that and cancel me. By the way, I'm joking. I didn't manifest shit. I just have a really bad memory and I can never remember where I put my stuff is the point of the story. I also manifested back to the story. This is not me talking anymore about my own life. I manifested a new luxury apartment within the last week after simply stating that I would find a cheaper home for sale with all of my favorite appliances, color scheme, furniture. I found it randomly on a real estate website 3 days later. Now to the topic of discussion. I've tried to manifest financial stability for years. I was so focused on affirming like crazy and kept a good mental diet. What is a good mental diet? Someone help. Instead of more financial stability, I lost almost everything. I was obsessed and crazy about it. I wanted it so bad and put in every single ounce of effort I have left in my already burnt out body. That's what I learned from the coaches I watched, specifically the woman we just watched on YouTube. Now, after detaching and letting go, I realized how much shit she talked. It's crazy. I made peace with it and realized that I pushed way too far by constantly putting in more work when most of the things I ever wanted came with little to no effort, just as both those homes and many other things. Detachment is important, dear people, no matter what some coaches tell you. Letting this go is really hard, but I got over it eventually. I don't know what will happen. I am just happy that I could finally let go after being brainwashed by coaches that live off desperate people like I used to once be. Exactly. I feel like the target market for this type of content is people who are so unhappy with their reality that they will pay any price to someone who's promising them that they have the secret to figuring it out. Lastly, I just wanted to say that I truly hope these kinds of coaches will be exposed for preying on people like the vultures in the desert. It disgusts me how fear is being instilled by false teachings. 1000%. Wow, Suzanne is the queen of manifesting. And she says, when I was packing my house, I found $150 in a cookbook. So random, I have no recollection of ever putting money in a cookbook. And to that, I will say, I don't know where it went, so I'll just say this.
You can buy status by just like spending money to be around these people and then just being a cool person.
You can now spend that $150 to hang around cool people and be a cool person. Congratulations. I'm guessing a good mental diet involves saturating regularly. You know what? You're probably right. For sure. The target market is the ones that are most vulnerable. I absolutely agree with that comment. Okay, so then people replied to this and they said, the thing that I found is that they tell you to affirm or visualize every day, but the more you think about it, naturally, the more likely you are to overthink it, essentially undoing your progress. I still visualize before bed and when I wake up, but mostly I know I'm in a daydream anyway. Might as well direct it to something that makes me feel good. I also wasted a lot of money on coaches and courses who overcomplicate this. Let go by telling the universe you don't want it anymore, but affirm and have a ritual and have it be in the first person in the future. Don't worry about it, but you can only do it one way. I don't know what this person is saying. My experience with Sammy, because yeah, she does more harm than good. Okay, let's see this one. Oh, there's a whole Sammy subreddit. This is new. Okay, so the post got deleted. The moderators deleted it. We don't like censorship around here. This is unfair. But I can read this comment because it looks pretty detailed. It says, I was in her group around that period and can confirm everything you say. Plus the ass-kissing, bullying, scamming, lying, rudeness, and everything else that was happening. Someone would start a thread about another coach saying they were no good or had something about Sammy, and Sammy would join in, whipping everyone up into a gang mentality frenzy where she'd be hearting comments about how the other coach is an ugly old biatch, can't get a man, etc., and wouldn't do anything to stop people when they were posting abuse in the other coach's group. Absolutely not. That's like, no. I hate that. Then after a little while, she'd delete the whole thing and claim she's just jealous haters are coming for her. So she's encouraging people to go and harass these other people. Like, absolutely not. Anyone we look at on this channel, I don't want you to touch them. Don't touch them. Don't talk to them. Don't look at them. That's why I don't name people, really, because it's like, I don't care who these people are, and I definitely don't want you harassing them. That's awful. And kind of defeats the whole purpose of what we're all doing here. So if I'm hiring you to be my manifestation coach, I absolutely do not want to see you shitting on other manifestation coaches. Gross. I saw she once joined in on a thread bitching about some other lady, then deleted it later, and a few days later, someone started one about her again and tagged Sammy, and she claimed she'd never even heard of her before. Okay, this is all very like he said, she said. It pisses me off so much that she berated you about not being able to ignore the 3D and your brother. When PayPal had so many complaints about her scamming, they suspended her account, and she was in a group begging for people who'd paid PayPal to request a refund and giving her the money via Cash App because otherwise she wasn't going to be able to pay for deposits on her commitment ceremony. When people said, wouldn't you say to just ignore the 3D, affirm, and persist so PayPal will reopen your account? She attacked people saying she was doing that, but she needed the money now. When she started out, she was selling crystals, tarot, etc., and they were all BS and dangerous. She has a video on her other channel about her friend becoming addicted to tarot and spending tons of money. Same as she started out complaining about other coaches charging too much and having paid groups. Once she realized people would pay those things from her, she was fine and dandy with it. Okay, so this person is alleging that the woman we watched on YouTube used to complain about other manifestation coaches charging a lot of money. But then once she realized, oh, people will pay me, $500 for 5 emails, she was like, never mind, I'll charge that much money. That's kind of funny. Mean girl energy. Yeah, that was the original submission I got. Whatever the title of this video is, mean girl manifestation. That's what I stole that from the person that sent me this content. When she started, a friend of mine purchased one of those tarot readings. It was $70 for an in-depth reading, and you had to tell her the SP name, if you'd ever been in a relationship with them, and if you were in contact now, which is a lot of information to go on. But she said yes, they'd been in a relationship, but they weren't in contact. So for $70, it was under 4 minutes long with stuff like, he misses you, he's coming back, your affirmations are working. Spoiler alert, he never came back. And he's married to his girlfriend that he was cheating on my friend with. One line I can't forget was something like, there's something about your children. You have children, or he has children, or you have children together, or one or both of you wants children, or someone had a miscarriage or an abortion. Like, how many people would that not apply to? Anyway. So that was one experience. I don't really know. I don't really know what we're doing here, to be honest. I do want to look at like what her coaching offers are, because that's kind of interesting to me. Like, how much does she charge? So I guess that's it. So you can either pay like $500 to email her 5 times, $350 to email her 3 times. You have this robotic affirming challenge plus 2 emails, and then the fall lock-in challenge. So for $311, oh my God, $311 gets you the instructions and 2 emails. So it's not even real coaching. Why are we calling this coaching? Welcome to the Fall Lock-In Challenge. For this challenge, you will choose up to 3 desires that you're ready to lock in on, and I will provide you with strict instructions and affirmations to do so. It is your responsibility to follow the instructions as given for the best possible results. No subjects such as health, mental health, trauma, triggering subjects. You may request affirmations for tangible items, relationships, friendships, success of any kind, self-concept, appearance. There is no guaranteed number of affirmations promised per subject. I will provide as many as I feel make sense. Choose up to 3 desires. Emails expire in 6 months from the purchase date. Email turnaround time varies based on weekly demand, but expect 45 business days. Is that supposed to say 425 or literally 45 business days? Because if I was waiting 45 business days, that's what, 9 weeks to get a response? Absolutely not. Sending duplicated or subsequent messages can result in additional delays. Note, contract must be completed before coaching begins. Girl, this is not coaching. This is nuts. Okay, so then who's Marcia or Flossie? I don't know. I'm hoping it's the 45 business days is a typo and it's supposed to say 4 to 5 business days. That would make more sense. Okay, so then you can also get coaching with whoever this lady is. Again, like Business 101, why don't we have an about page that explains who these people are? Like, who's Marcia? All I see is her photo. Marcia will email you after payment for time. Like, are there people that are actually buying this? Because I'm so confused. And then who's Nikki and Flossie? Like, these are other people's websites. Coach with Flossie. See, at least this lady explains who she is. Flossie is a manifestation and mindset coach, having studied coaching in 2006. And then you can book coaching. I mean, who's Nikki? No idea. This is crazy. If people are spending their money on this, I honestly feel sorry for them because, like, what are these websites? Erin says, is that her mom? I don't know. It kind of feels like it. And, like, is this her sister? Is this a family business, guys? Someone explain. Ugh, guys. What is happening? Okay, and she has like group coaching, it looks like, through her YouTube channel.
Hey everybody, I'm Flossie.
And I'm Nikki.
And welcome to the Assumption Effect memberships.
So we have 3 tiers that we are offering you guys now, starting at $9.99. We're offering challenges every month, and these are to be done alongside your current manifestations. These challenges are meant to help you build your belief in manifestation, to help you gain power, to show you that you are the operant power in your reality and that you can create anything you want.
And then second tier, you not only get the challenges, but then there will be a weekly Q&A post where you can ask a manifestation question that will be answered by myself or Nikki.
Yeah, and that tier is $19.99 a month.
Mm-hmm.
The third tier, which is our favorite one, includes all those, plus you get weekly VIP group coaching lives with myself and Flossie. So those lives are every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And in the lives, we will go live as long as we need to. Everybody's questions get answered in the second and third tier. But on the lives, we will actually have a back and forth with you, answer your specific questions about your situation, and really dive deep into manifestation and how it can help you. We can give you affirmations on those lives. We can, kind of kick you back into play. And then we also discuss manifestation and, our story, success, and all those other things.
We imagine that you guys want to be successful, right? And have some great tools to help you out. We're just here to help you to get what you want and teach you about manifesting.
Period. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, no. The Assumption Effect podcast, hosted by Flossie and Nikki, dives deep into the teachings of law of assumption. Each episode explores the power of assumption in shaping reality, shares inspiring success stories, and offers practical tips on manifesting your desires. With real-life listener questions and engaging discussions, Flossie and Nikki guide you through the principles of manifestation, helping you create the life of your dreams. Whether you're a seasoned manifester or just starting your journey, the Assumption Effect is your go-to source for mastering the art of assumption. I'm still confused about how these people are all connected. Like, why is this Sammy lady advertising these other people on her channel, on her website? Guys, the fact that there's no about section is really upsetting me. Like, I need to know, who are you and why should I listen to you? Yeah, at least they did have a script. Very true. Very, very true. Okay, but I'm so confused about who any of these people are. What are their origin story? Where is the rags to riches story that's supposed to get me hooked on wanting to give you all my money? Because that's what's really missing for me. Yeah, bruh, if they can do it, I can do it. I could put way more effort into this. Let me know, Rodney, if you want to start a How to Manifest YouTube channel with me. We'll create our own membership. Just kidding. Okay, I will check out her little Reddit thing here, and then that's probably going to be it for today. So welcome to her subreddit. We are the Mermaid Gang. Oh, okay, so that makes sense why the moderators deleted that post, because this is like her personal subreddit. This subreddit is for those who are followers of the YouTuber and manifestation coach Sammy Ingram. We share our success stories, talk law of assumption, and more. Okay, so then people will share challenges they're having, questions, that kind of thing. Yeah, Rachel says MLM Huns do a much better job of faking luxury lifestyles. Like, again, I don't know. I guess maybe if people like watched her YouTube channel and then liked what she was saying, then they'd be inclined to want to buy her coaching. I'm just missing the appeal of like, I don't know anything about this woman, so why would I give her my money? Like, I feel like when I think of the people that I hired at some point as like a coach, it was because I felt a connection to them because I understand their origin story and thought like I could see myself in their story and like I could have what they have. Whereas like I don't really know anything about this woman. So why would I even join her like $15 a month membership? But who knows? There must be something I'm missing. What is manifest for me actually? Okay, so again, this is Flossie and Nikki, whoever these people are. I don't know. And this is, when you join their YouTube channel thing. So fascinating. Who knows? If anyone knows any more information about this woman, like how she got started, I would love for you to share it in the comments on the replay. Because I am very confused, guys. And I don't really know what the point of any of that was, you know? Feeling a little bit lost after all that. But looks like Bubba over here has manifested a very, very deep nap. So maybe I will go and join him. Thank you all so much for coming. I will be back soon. I'll be back next Monday, of course. I am taking the last 2 weeks of September off, though, so enjoy it while it lasts. Okay? That's going to be it for today. I don't know when my next video is coming. Whenever I have time in my very, very busy schedule, I got to manifest some free time. Okay? Thank you so much. Take care, comb your hair. And if there's something you want me to react to next week, put it in the form link down below. Okay? Okay. Bye,